from the pandemic, we can expect travel to look differently than it did before the coronavirus. And joining us now is David Fishman, founder and president of the Cadillac Travel Group in Southfield, to help walk us through it. Good morning to you, David. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, good morning. Thanks for having me.
Of course. As we get ready for this new year and hopefully getting the ability to travel again, first let's talk about holiday travel already this year. Where did you see people going?
Well, people are mostly going to visit family in the U.S. or traveling with family. You're going to see a lot more of that where people are just with the people they know that are safe. But in general, people this season have wanted to get away and spend time together because they've either been locked up in their homes and haven't seen the rest of the family. So a lot of travel to like Florida and Mexico with family members and staying together in safe locations that they can go to.
Yeah. What sorts of things will be changing in 2021? Obviously, while we still have the pandemic, but I imagine that there will be some changes that may linger well beyond that.
Oh, absolutely. What you're going to see is a lot of requirements in regards to what you're going to need to enter countries, what you're going to need to travel within those countries. Like you're going to need to have proof of vaccinations, proof of a negative test. And the other thing you're going to find is that some places that used to be big touristy spots are going to be closed. They're not going to be the big gathering spots anymore. So you're going to see going to more small locations, more niche type of locations and things like that.
Well, let's talk about that for a minute. Where do people want to go in the new year?
Well, they want to go anywhere right now. There's a lot of pent-up demand. They want to get out of their house. What you see is things like right now you're going to see people going to skiing or places that they can go and do things. But the pent-up demand is so huge that as things open up, they will start going there to those locations. They certainly want to go to warm weather locations. They want to get out and see family, as I mentioned. And that whole footprint, everything that is going to start looking different in regards to what you can do even in those locations, as I'm mentioning. So you're going to make sure that you're safe, and you need to make sure that you know what you can and cannot do.
Well, and you did mention some of the safety precautions that would likely happen to get into other countries. But what are some of the other trends you're seeing for 2021 in terms of safety?
Well, one of the most important things you can do is get travel insurance. And travel insurance has evolved as well. And I know a lot of people ask, will it cover COVID-19? And it will cover COVID-19. If you are tested positive before you go, it will be covered. If you're tested while you're traveling, it will be covered as well. And also, you need to know your policies. So when you book your travel, there's a 14 to 21 day window where you can protect yourself from pre-existing conditions or cancel for any reason, which is a big thing because people want to make sure that if they don't want to travel, that they can make sure they're comfortable.
David, we have a short amount of time left. I want to ask you, travel agents can help plan for some of the obstacles people may encounter. What are some of those obstacles, and then how can travelers get in touch with you?
Well, first, one of those main obstacles is knowing where you can go and what the rules are. We just had someone go to Hawaii. They're going to 2 different islands. We knew that they needed a test to go there, but we didn't know they needed a second test to go to the second island. So it's really important contacting a professional that are going to know all the rules and know what you need to do. You can reach us at Cadillac Travel at 248-358-5330 at www.cadillactravel.com. We'll be here for you and helping you in the new year.
David Fishman, important insight for us as we head into the new year. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having us. Stay safe.